My name is Matthias. I'm from Germany. I'm working for Automattic as an open web wrangler. And to my background, so I built a lot of open web stuff for WordPress in the last 10 plus years. And luckily, I can do that for a living now. So I do pretty much of what we are doing at the hackathon professionally.
I'm Andreas. I freelance, work for different companies, mainly a Swiss company doing calendaring solutions. Well, my background is 25 years of doing PHP, kind of, in different settings, different companies, different things. I have a fable for odd things, and I think about 15 years ago I started co-organizing our local user group, where I got into contact with setting up meetings and scheduling meetings and trying to get people to actually get to the meeting and get information about it, which kind of ended in me pushing this or proposing this session.
And can you briefly share a description of your project?
Yeah, the project is mainly about how people can get information about events that might be happening in their area, and that without using the major big corporations that have by now also kind of increased their prices. So the main idea is how can event organizers publish their information, publish their events, and other users get information about these events without having to rely on one or two big players, but in a kind of distributed way. And the main idea is finding out what is already possible. There are a lot of things already available, and so we want to see what's already there and how we can make a usable solution for everyone out of that. Like for the organizers, for the users, for the visitors of the event. Yeah, let's see how that pans out.
What problem does your project aim to solve?
Well, mainly the problem that independent event organizers have that don't want to be on one of the big platforms, like drive-by traffic, people that see one event and then they get an advertisement for, oh, look, this is another event that might be of interest to you. And when you're doing that on your own platform, on your self-hosted system, you just don't get that, which kind of, means that you don't get as many people on your events as you might possibly be able to get when you go to one of the big platforms. And even there you have the problem that if you're on one platform, all the users on the other platforms don't get that information. And we want to make it possible to share that information in a decentralized way.
What are the goals and scope of your project?
Well, the goal is to come up with hopefully a prototype of a usable solution, of a usable way of advertising events and getting information from other events. But we are not 100% sure, because in the end it's up to everyone in the team to figure out what is already available and what are the next steps and where do we want to go from there.
And what attendee skill set would be most applicable to your project?
Well, I think the most important thing is curiosity. Figuring out what are problems that we might be able to solve. People that have a strong understanding of usability would be definitely preferred. Well, probably we need to code something, so someone with kind of a coding background would be helpful as well. And apart from that, just curiosity, the will to figure out new information, new things, and see where we go.
How do you envision the impact on the open web and society in general?
Well, I hope that with the solution that we find, we can decentralize the web and get away from one corporation or two or three corporations owning everything, more to an open web again, and also for the people that are hosting that to be able to also kind of make their information available to others and participate in that, so that we get a much richer way of sharing information.
Yeah, and I think it's for publishing, it's very common these days to have decentralized networks like the already big players in the decentralized world like Blue Sky or Mastodon. but the event and organizer and the event community is still very centralized. So the exciting thing is to think outside the microblogging box and see what other objects we can federate. And I would say that events is a really nice thing to start.
And finally, my favorite question. Which award, except for the overall winner, would you like to win with your team?
Well, it would really be awesome if we could get the Dream Team Award, because that means that we have just an awesome team. And also kind of the Tech Visionary Award. That would be really cool. It might be appropriate to win the Social Media Award, because that's kind of what we are working in. But yeah, we're working in that, so I think we skipped that one.
Yeah, the last project we had in this area, we also were far behind the Social Web Award winner, because that award is also very highly relying on centralized networks. So maybe we can break that up.
Well, Andreas and Matthias, thank you both for your time, and I look forward to meeting you both in person at the hackathon.
Thank you, Christian.
Yeah, thank you.
Looking forward.